What is going on, SoFi fans? Welcome back to a financial journey. So there was something tweeted recently that did insinuate or give the possibility of a partnership. So I do want to talk about that, and also one possible new big investor that might be coming over to SoFi in the short term. Before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. And with that though, let's get right to it. So I just want to say that I did see the very first Justin Herbert marketing. So I think that's going to be a very big deal, bring in a whole new rush of customers, and they didn't waste any time to start kicking this off. So I think this is going to be a very big deal going forward. But getting right to as far as a possible partnership, this was tweeted. So keep an eye out for anyone walking around in an orange shirt. Our friends at Square will provide a great fast experience for you to order your next food or drink item. And so this is at the SoFi Stadium. And so typically a lot of people are now jumping to conclusions saying, is there a possible partnership in the short term with Square, or and I guess now they're called Block, and SoFi. So I think that's going to be a very big deal. It definitely could cause a nice bump up in SoFi's price. Obviously not a big acquisition or going to be an acquisition, because as you can see, Block is roughly about 43 billion of a market cap. So pretty big difference compared to SoFi's almost 6 billion. So I think right now that would be a very good partnership going forward as far as payment processing and things like that. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But regardless of all of that, I do think that two innovative companies and disruptors will do a lot of good things. But overall, though, surprisingly enough, a lot of people aren't necessarily talking about this as much as they should, especially the way that SoFi Stadium did call out Square and put them in more of a very positive light. Typically, companies don't do that unless something is in the works. That's at least my own experience, just reading between the lines. Obviously, you guys know I like to do that, but keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. When it comes down to as far as big insiders or institutions getting into SoFi, we all know recently, unfortunately, SoftBank did dump a lot of their position, but whatever, it is what it is. They were losing a ton of money, but one big investor that potentially could jump over to SoFi in the very short term could be 𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗚𝗧. So I've been doing a lot of research on why she ultimately really likes Robinhood. So she's a very big investor in Robinhood, unfortunately. But time and time again, she does go on and say and boasts the fact that she invests in innovative companies, disruptors. And so I don't personally see any big difference between Robinhood and SoFi. Maybe a year ago before the charter news came out, yeah, Robinhood was a little bit more of an advantage to invest in than SoFi at that stage. But now, ever since we got the charter news, it's a game changer. So I do feel that it's just a matter of time before either she drops Robinhood, adds SoFi, or just adds SoFi to the mix. So I think that's going to be a very big deal. And in my opinion, the reason why I really like Kathy is the fact that she does invest in these innovative companies, which a lot of us really do like. Just unfortunately, a lot of them got hit. So she's being seen as a little bit more of a negative image right now, because obviously the broader market has gone down, give or take around 50%, whatever it is. So I think right now that will be a very good deal for SoFi if she does add SoFi to her position. So like I said, SoftBank did sell, and most likely they might sell their whole holding of SoFi eventually, maybe in Q3. So that's something still up for debate depending on how successful their business is. Obviously, they were trying to mitigate some risk and drop, unfortunately, SoFi, but it's going to be their loss in the grand scheme of things. And you can even see they did sell at $7.99 and also at $8.17. So I personally do feel that nobody out there can say 1 year from now we're going to be lower than those prices. I think it's a very big no-brainer. This is why I do continue to add to my position in SoFi, and especially if it does stay around these prices, I will continue all day long to do that. So let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below, and if you've been adding, subtracting, selling, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. And also on a side note, I just wanted to say, especially when you are looking at the news for SoFi, I've been seeing a nice growing trend of everything saying that SoFi is at a bargain. It's at a massive discount. And I think that's a nice change of events. Normally, SoFi articles have been very negative, which obviously leads investors and retail investors who are very easily swayed to think negatively. That's just how it is at the end of the day. But the more good positive articles are coming out, hopefully that'll bring up the sentiment for SoFi, and it's just a domino effect. Eventually, once the positive sentiment sinks into SoFi, everyone realizes what it can actually do in the grand scheme of things, which I've been saying almost every video. But once people do realize that, then SoFi will go up very, very fast and very, very aggressively. Similar action if Cathie Woods does get in. So let me know your thoughts on all of that. If you haven't already, like I said, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and all of that fun jazz. And with that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.